totally went from Cameron Diaz to Jay-Z. Hey guys, so I'm in my car right now. I'm getting ready to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna upload this video or not, because it's just like something, I don't know. Basically, I just want to come on here and share, you know, a lot of times like my videos and just social media in general. Like, I know so many people say this, but it's like, oh, it only shows the good, and you know what I mean. And like, you know, through my pregnancy and just everything that's been going on, like, obviously, like, you want to show the good. And when I put out videos, like, I want to show the good, you know, like, I want to get all dolled up and pretty and come on when I'm at my best, you know what I mean? But okay, so lately I've been, if you could tell by my freaking lips, like, I have been having some struggles. And so really quick, I just want to come on here and, you know, share the ugly, like, you know what I mean? I think everybody goes through ups and downs periods in their life, in their week, in their years. And when you're in those downs, like, it's really hard sometimes because not many people share that part, which, like I said, I don't even know if I'm gonna put this up, but I wanted to attempt and just try to show you a time where it's not good, it's bad, and it's ugly, you know? So anyways, basically, if you've been around my channel, you'll know that I'm pregnant. And right now filming this, it's Friday. I think it's, November. I don't know. I'll put it up right here. But I am 24 weeks pregnant. And right now I have an awful, I don't want to show you guys too close. Like, I know I'm saying I'm showing you the bad and the ugly, but I don't want to like gross you guys out. But basically my whole mouth is like blistered. It's hard to see on under here. It's like underneath, and I have like some blisters here, and just my whole mouth is blistered right now. I look like I got botched lip injections. But so if you saw my last video, was it? Yeah, I think it was my last video, which was a home decor haul. I did have a cold sore. Well, it's almost gone, but I got a cold sore last week, and I get those from time to time. You know, even when I'm not pregnant, like, I've gotten them, I think I started getting them when I was like maybe in middle school or elementary school, but anyways, so that healed. And then I think it was Wednesday morning, I woke up and this one started like forming, and I was like, oh great, I'm getting another one, which that happens every once in a while. Like, I'll get one, and then when that one's healing, I'll get another one. And so I just thought it was going to be one of those things. Well, by Wednesday night, my whole, like, lips were blown up, like, kind of how they are right now. And they were just hurting, and I was like, oh my God. Basically, like, I was forming blisters on my whole entire lips, and they just blew up, and I was like, what is going on? And so I took a Benadryl that night, thinking like maybe I have an allergic reaction to something, like, I don't know what's going on. And I had work the next day, yesterday, Thursday, at 7 a.m. and I woke up and my mouth was freaking huge still. Like, it was hurting. Like, I couldn't even smile, let alone talk very well, which I work in the food industry. I'm a server, so, you know, if I can't like talk or smile, I'm kind of useless. And I was kind of worried too, like, you know, what is going on? Like, I don't know, just being pregnant, like, little things like that worry me more than when I was not. So I happened to have a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I called them, and they're like, well, just come in, you know, and we'll look it up, which, there's another pregnancy update. I had my glucose test yesterday, and I failed it, like, miserably. I guess you're supposed to be, like, under 135 or something, and I was, like, in the 170s, which is bad. And so I'll get more into that later, but basically the doctor looked and he's like, oh yeah, that's a really bad outbreak of your herpes. I have the herpes type 1, which is on these lips. That sounds so bad. Herpes type 2 is genital herpes. I just have the herpes type 1. And he was just like, yeah, it's a really bad outbreak because, you know, when you're pregnant, your immune system is down. And so a lot of times, like, if you get something like a herpes, like, you know, the virus is like, oh, great, she has no immune system, let's go crazy. So that's basically what's happening in my face. It's just going crazy. He prescribed me an antiviral pill, like, which is called Valtrex. But anyways, it's going to take a couple days for that to clear up. And I don't know, I've just been super uncomfortable. Like, it's really, like, uncomfortable and painful. Like, I'm sure it looks gross, and it feels gross, and it makes me feel gross. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. Like, if you've had acne, you kind of know that feeling. Like, I used to have really bad acne, or, I don't know, anything that you're self-conscious of where it makes you just feel gross. Like, I don't know, this makes me feel disgusting. And so, I had to work again tonight, and I had a doctor's note because it's like, well, I can't really talk for long periods of time or smile. And, you know, I don't think people want me to be serving them food when, you know, I look like this and have nasty blisters. So basically, the past couple days, I've just had really bad anxiety. I've been feeling down, you know what I mean? And gosh, this is gonna end up being so long. Hopefully not so long. But again, like, the point of this is I just want to come on here and I want to, like, show you, like, hey, like, everybody has bad days. Everyone goes through bad times. Everyone has spurts of, you know, anxiety, like, you know what I mean? And I don't want this to come off as, like, complaining or anything like that. Oh my gosh, let me prop up my arm. Oh, it's getting tired. But yeah, this is more just to kind of show, like, hey, like, I'm down in the dumps lately, and I want to come on here and talk to you guys about it, so that way maybe if you're going through something, or when you do go through something, you can come back and watch this and just say, like, hey, like, look, everybody goes through poopy times, or times where they're, you know, physically and mentally not their best. I'll just talk a little bit about the anxiety I've been having. Like, obviously, I'm anxious about not being able to work. Something about, like, when I can't work, it gives me anxiety. Like, it makes me feel really bad. Like, it makes me feel bad about myself. Like, it makes me feel like a piece of crap. And, like, so there's that part of the work anxiety, not being able to work anxiety. And then the other part is, because I work in the food industry, like, it is hard when somebody calls out and can't make it. It screws over everybody else, you know what I mean? And I hate being that person, you know what I mean? Like, I love my coworkers, and I don't want to screw them over, and it makes me feel really bad when I have to do that, you know what I mean? And I'm someone who usually, like, I will go in sick, which is bad, I know, but I don't like letting people down. I think that's what it is. Like, letting people down gives me really bad anxiety. Sorry, I'm probably shaking the camera. I feel so guilty for letting people down. And so guilt is a big trigger of anxiety for me for some reason. So yeah, just that feeling of guilt, like, just kind of, like, puts me in a weird mental place. And then, you know, failing the glucose test. So basically with that is, I took the 1 hour test yesterday. And if you fail that, then you have to go back in and take a 3 hour test. Which, if you fail that, then that's when they diagnose you with gestational diabetes. So I have that scheduled for next week. And they did say, they were like, some people fail the first one and pass the second one with flying colors. Like, I Googled it. I saw so many things where people said, yeah, I failed and then I passed with flying colors the next time. And I did look up, I didn't really know much about gestational diabetes, but I did look it up. Like, obviously it's a health concern, but it's something that it's not, like, as long as you catch it early and take care of it, it's manageable, you know what I mean? And Penelope can come out just fine, you know? So it's really, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. And, like, when you're feeling anxiety and when you're, like, in your head, you know, little things, like, it's hard to do that. It's hard to take a step back and say, okay, big picture, it's fine. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too, is that I'll let my mind go crazy. I haven't even been diagnosed with the gestational diabetes yet. So why am I gonna, like, freak out and panic? And, like, I was yesterday, I was so bummed and down. Like, I was bummed because, like, again, another personal thing for me is, like, I don't like to fail. Like, failing at things makes me feel bad. Again, like, it puts me down. And so just the fact that I failed it, you know, I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know, it just made me feel bad. And then I was like, and then they told me, they're like, you had to lay off, you know, the carbs and the sweets, which it's like, oh my God, like, bread and pasta is my favorite thing. And it's like, I don't know, it made me sad. Like, I know, probably to you it sounds so silly, but for me, I was just like, gosh, like, food is like my one like guilty pleasure. Like, you know, it used to be wine and like stuff like that, and I can't have that right now. So food has been like my like, oh, I'm gonna treat myself, or like I'm gonna feel good and eat food, which again, that's like a long term thing that's always been a thing for me. So I don't know, again, that just kind of made me feel like, like I don't want to like be worried about what I'm eating and stuff like that. So yeah, there was that. And then, you know, another thing is we're having some friends over tomorrow at our house, and it's like, I don't want to be around people like this, you know? Like, I feel so crappy about myself. Like, I didn't even want to, like, I feel embarrassed being around Jesse right now, and he's been so sweet and super supportive. Like, he's like, I love you no matter what. Like, I think you're beautiful no matter what. Like, I love you, like, through sickness and in health, you know, in all your forms. And he's been super, super sweet. And, like, thank God for that, because I can't imagine, like, having someone who does make you feel bad, or like makes you feel bad about your looks and stuff like that. Like, he never makes me feel bad about my looks. It's just kind of one of those things where I feel bad and I feel embarrassed, you know? But like, just the idea of like having a bunch of our friends over, I'm like, I don't want to, like, I don't know. I still like, I don't know. It's something that I need to get through. Like, I need to get through it. Like, nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? And people have things happen, like acne, freaking blistery lips. Like, there's probably so many other things that I don't even know about, or have not experienced, that, you know, people go through, and I need to get over it, and I need to just say, well, you know what, yeah, so what, like, my lips look disgusting and they hurt and they're puffy right now. It's temporary. Like, that has nothing to do with me. That's, you know, it's what I look like right now, but that's not Julia. Like, I need to let that not affect Julia, you know what I mean? Like, as weird as that sounds. And yeah, like, I'm sure there are going to be people who judge me and who are like, oh, it's disgusting, and you know what, that's fine. Like, that's just how the world works, and I'm going to try my best just not to worry about it. Like, if someone's going to judge me because I have blisters all over my lips, then they're not really worth my concern or thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, and the other thing too is, like, a lot of people don't understand either. Like, a lot of times, you know, like, you just think, oh, herpes, like, it's so gross, you know what I mean? And until you have it, it can, like, it, you know, things have stigmas. Same thing with anxiety and depression, you know what I mean? Like, until you have it, you're like, oh, you know, it's easy to be judgmental, you know what I mean, as human beings, and that's just what we do. So I understand that in too. But anyways, so yeah, so there's that. And then, you know, like, I want to get the house clean. I want to get everything set up. And so that kind of gives me anxiety too, is like, when I have lots of things to do, I'm like, oh my God, I have so much to do. But again, that's where, like, that's where you can just take a step back and say, okay, big picture. You know what I mean? We have a house. We're going to have food. We're going to be with our friends. So what if I did not get to cleaning every spot of the floor? So what if, you know, my counters are dirty, or something's not put away? Like, chances are people probably won't even notice. And if they do, it's like, hey, well, cool. Like, they're human too. Like, look at them. They have a messy house too, you know, because everybody has a messy house at some point. So same thing with getting things done. Like, you know, if I don't get everything done I wanted to, if I don't cook everything I wanted to cook for the party, like, oh, well, you know what I mean? I'll cook it on Sunday for just Jesse and I. And as far as, like, the self-consciousness goes, like, because again, like I mentioned, that I've been feeling really self-conscious the past couple days with everything going on. I woke up, I did a face mask this morning. I bought press-on nails. I don't have them on yet because, like, I want to wait till after I'm done cooking and everything. But I'm going to put on some press-on nails. Like, I'm going to wash my hair tonight. Like, it's so nasty and greasy. But I'm going to wash my hair, maybe do a hair mask. Like, I'm going to do little things, like self-care things, to make me feel a little better. I'm going to light candles that smell really good. Like, I love the smell of fresh balsam candles. So I'm going to light candles. I'm going to listen to Christmas music, which makes me happy. Like, I'm going to do little things for myself to make me feel good. You know, this is, like, kind of a weird, silly thing, but I'm going to make Jesse enchiladas tonight. Well, I'm going to make myself some healthy soup, like vegetables and chicken just because I need to start eating healthier. But like Jesse loves enchiladas, so I want to make him enchiladas. You know what I mean? Like that makes me feel good. Like that makes me feel valuable when I like do something for others. So anyways, if you're going through a hard time, or you know, you're kind of in a funk, and I guess that's just like kind of what I would call I'm in. Like I'm not depressed, I'm not, you know, in an anxiety attack. Like I have anxiety right now, you know, but it's just I have it, people have it, everybody has it, and everybody has to deal with it, and it goes through ups and downs. So I'm just in a little funk right now, and that's what I plan to do to get out of it. And so yeah, anyways, like I know this is getting long, but I just wanted to come on here and share that with you, and you know, maybe give you some ideas on if you're feeling the same, like what to do to get through this time, and just kind of how to think of things. And again, like anxiety can cause like false alarms, I guess you can say, where it's just like, okay, big picture, like I don't need to get this done, I don't need, you know, who cares about this? Like as long as you have your house, like you have food, like just try to look at the things, the good things that are like, okay, cool, like I'm good. Like another thing too, which is like so comforting, is like whenever I feel Penelope move, it's like, okay, like, you know, I'm in a little funk, but like I have little Penelope with me. Like we've been waiting for her for a long time, which it's like, and then like I'll look down at my belly and I'm like, oh my God, like I've wanted a belly like this. I always like wanted to be pregnant, you know what I mean? Especially like within the past couple years. So I don't know, just like if you're down in the dumps, like acknowledge you're there. Just say like, yes, I'm not having a good day today, or, you know, I'm in a little funk today, or I'm feeling this today. It's good to acknowledge it, you know, and just accept it for what it is. But then to get yourself out, like do those things. Think of what you're thankful for. Pamper yourself. Do something that makes you happy. Something that usually would make me happy is I'd go get a pumpkin spice latte or something. But again, I want to be healthy right now, so I'm going to just do other things instead, and that's okay, you know? So anyways, sorry this was like super long, but hopefully you got some like comfort out of it, or I don't know, something. These lips are just, I can't even look at myself. And I can't even like smile and laugh. Alright guys, I will let you go. Next video will be a wish haul of Penelope's clothes. Like that was pre-filmed. I have it already edited and everything. So I think I'll probably put this one up first, if I put this up, and then the wish haul clothes. So I'll see you guys in my next video.